Good afternoon. Yesterday we started our discussion on Adventures of Toto. The Adventures of Toto. Let us continue the same story. So, as I mentioned, that this really helps us to build vocabulary. So, reading, the importance of reading. At the same time, they facilitate us to read from the text. So that is the reason they have introduced these topics in our curriculum. Hence all of you have to develop the interest to read and enhance your skills. Okay, so that is the main object or objective or the motto of introducing such lessons. So these are really interesting. Yes, do you all feel good by reading and discussing about Toto? Yes, because we all like stories and narration, learning new words, all these come only through reading. So we have to find some source. It can be anything, it could be a newspaper article, a paragraph, a magazine, or interesting stories like this. So that is your option, but thing is you have to practice daily. So it improves our vocabulary. At the same time the pronunciation, the voice, the tone which we give, that also becomes fine tuned. How do we speak, how do we implement our skills in speaking English language? So all of us have to do it. Okay, let us get into the story now. So what is the story? It is about the adventures of a Toto. And who is a Toto? What is a Toto here? Toto is a monkey, a pretty monkey, small in size. Okay, yeah. How it has come into our story? Yeah, grandfather's collection, his passion towards collecting animals, pet animals, made Toto to be introduced to us. Okay, fine. Where exactly it has come from? Where did he? Yeah, where did he get? Remember? Yes, he brought a Toto from a Tonga driver for the sum of 5 rupees. He bought it for 5 rupees and he took it home. And he has his own private zoo where he kept his own animals like rabbit, squirrel, tortoise, and then a goat. Remember? Fine. So these are the things happening around, and Toto has been introduced to these new animals, and it is making mischievous things. The first adventure was, yeah, yeah, tearing all the wallpapers, making this grandchild's room very untidy. Oh no, so remember, yeah, these are the adventures. Like being a monkey, it never stops and it never sits in a place, in a corner. It always makes something noise, some naughty things. So these adventures really go on, and it is not even making his companions to sleep, so disturbing all of them in the cage. And when it has taken to Dehradun, there also it has done some mischievous things. Okay, then these are the three adventures, and the last one which we are discussing when we completed our topic. So it was in the kettle, hot water kettle. So fortunately, it was risked by grandmother, and Toto had come out, and it is now in safe mode. Now our Toto is in safe mode. Let us continue from the next. So what exactly happened later? Okay, I just go to okay, నిమిషం. Yeah, so I just go back, I just read it and then we move. Yeah, I just read it back and we'll continue with the rest of the story. One day, Toto nearly succeeded in boiling himself alive. A large kitchen kettle had been left on the fire to boil for tea, and Toto, finding himself with nothing to do, decided to remove the lid. Finding the water just warm enough for a bath, he got in, with his head sticking out from the open kettle. This was just fine for a while, until the water began to boil. Toto then raised himself a little, but finding it cold outside, sat down again. He continued hopping up and down for some time until grandmother arrived and hauled him half boiled out of the kettle. So this was the scene. There was no work at all, but being idle, not doing anything. It just went inside of the kettle, and it was another adventure of the Toto. And grandmother saved him. So that was the another incident and another situation that talks about Toto's adventure. Next, let us see with one day at lunchtime. This is going to be a next and last. One day at lunchtime, a large dish of pulao rice stood in the center of the dining table. We entered the room to find Toto stuffing himself with rice. My grandmother screamed and Toto threw a plate at her. One of my aunts rushed forward and received a glass of water in the face. Afterwards, we found him in the branches of the jackfruit tree, the dish still in his arms. He remained there all afternoon, eating slowly through the rice, determined on finishing every grain, and then in order to spite grandmother who had screamed at him, he threw the dish down from the tree and chattered with delight when it broke into 100 pieces. So another situation, one fine day during lunch hour, what happened? The dining table was really served with all the dishes. The special item was pulao. Grandmother made pulao for the grandchild and for the family members, and they were keeping everything ready on the dining table, and they providing water and plates. So by the time when this boy and grandfather entered the dining hall, they could see the Toto who was eating the pulao. It has taken entire bowl and eating pulao, and they were really surprised. After seeing that, when grandmother was getting other things to serve, she has screamed. That means, in Telugu, yes, గట్టిగా అరవడం. She screamed it. Then our Toto immediately responded and has thrown a plate at her. Okay, when this boy's aunt came and she received a glass of water. That means Toto thought that she would disturb him. So that is the reason it has thrown a glass of water on her face. So entire dining table has become mess, and the Toto immediately jumped onto a jackfruit tree, and it has taken the pulao dish also. Okay, it has taken the pulao dish and eating immensely without any hesitation. It is eating like anything on the jackfruit and watching the people around. They would be screaming for the dish, or they are screaming to leave, but it doesn't care. It really having himself and eating entire pulao, even the last bite, everything it has, last morsel, everything it has taken, and it has thrown the dish from the jackfruit, and it broken into 100 pieces. That means it never bothered about things, never bothered about people who are pampering, who are caring him, but it just was doing just like a monkey. So in Telugu we used to say koti cheshtalu. So it is being a monkey, genuinely, naturally it is doing in his own way. So it made really all of them worried. And then, in order to spite grandmother who had screamed at him, he threw the dish down from the tree and chattered with delight when it broke into 100 pieces. Now chattered happily, screaming, laughing, and has thrown the dish down, and it has broken into 100 pieces. So this monkey is specially behaving towards the woman. One is grandmother and the other one is aunt. Obviously, Toto was not the sort of pet we could keep for a long time. Even grandfather realized that we were not well to do and could not afford the frequent loss of dishes, clothes, curtains, and wallpaper. So grandfather found the Tonga driver and sold Toto back to him for only 3 rupees. Now what happened in the last? So these kind of adventures, they are really fun to read. They are really fun to read, at the same time fun to know, but it is really a mess for them. It is a risky thing for them to maintain such monkey at home. So even grandfather realized in the beginning, in the very first incident, he thought that it was a clever monkey. He was really impressed, but the series of actions, the series of happenings made him to change his thought. So that is the reason he simply thought of sending back okay, fine. So grandfather found the Tonga driver and sold Toto back to him for only 3 rupees. He bought Toto for 5 rupees and he sold it for 3 rupees. So it was a risky thing for them, not only for the people who are living in that home, at the same time other pet animals who are living in the private zoo also getting troubled with this Toto. So that is the reason they thought it is not to trouble anybody else. Now onwards, it is better to send him back to Tanga driver. So he went back and he sold Toto for only 3 rupees. So these are the adventures of Toto. Okay, fine. Have you understood, all of you? Fine. Yeah, just we go with some activities, and yesterday we were doing a comprehension. Comprehension means, yes, comprehension means we were discussing about comprehension. Comprehension is understanding. So, in our general English, generally when we have lessons, prose poetry, we used to get questions on the context, whether you understand the theme of the story, moral of the story, gist of the story. So they used to ask questions, and here is also the same. Only thing is, do you really understand the story, the theme of the story? Okay, what do you understand? What do you get from this? What do you learn from this? That is one thing. Okay, and second thing is, how about learning new words? So these are the real two things to language part is learning new words and using them in our regular conversation, in our regular usage. At the same time, the context, the theme, the story, the summary of the story should be known. So this is called reading comprehension. So in general, when you go for competitive exams, you will get unknown, unseen passages. That means they give a paragraph, a meaningful paragraph of 10 lines or 15 lines, and they pose questions on us. Okay, so after reading that, we should be able to answer the questions from the paragraph, but it should, these reading comprehension questions could be written on our own words. We should not copy the same lines from the paragraph. So reading comprehension, so whenever you read, we have to comprehend, we have to understand, we have to question ourselves, who is the narrator, who is speaking, what are the characters we have. So let us discuss what are the characters we have here. First is grandfather, grandmother, aunt, Toto and the boy. Okay, and Tanga driver, other pet animals. Okay, so in this way we have to find out who are the characters speaking, what they are speaking, whom do they speak. Okay, like this we have to understand. This is the comprehension. Okay, but our motto is here to read this and learn new words, and we should understand the theme of the story. What is the moral or the summary of the story should be known, then only it is meaningful. So all of you have to do is, yeah, I just go with the textbook exercises right now. Then after we go on and stress on reading skills. Okay, fine. So they ask us, yeah, there was a question. Yesterday we left one question here. That means it didn't come into the context yesterday. So now let us fulfill. When we were doing this true or false, Toto did not like women. Is it true or false? It is true, because Toto was throwing plates and water on the two ladies of that family. So grandmother and aunt received this. So that these kind of actions show that it doesn't like women, because it was moving friendly with grandfather and the boy, because they are caring, they are taking care of him, so they bear him. But these two women, they don't bear. So that is the reason it doesn't like women. There is no strong reason or serious reason about it, but only thing is, with just we can comprehend from the situation. Okay, fine. With this we complete these true or false questions. Now let us move on to the next. Yeah. Why do you think grandmother was always angry when grandfather brought some new bird or animal? Why? What could be the reason? This is open ended. What would be the reason in general? Women, old women, what do they expect from the old people? Because they are getting old. It would be risk to maintain. Yeah, where she has to cook or she has to feed them, and we have to take them to hospital or medicines. Everything would be a risky part. So that is the reason. It's a general, very casual reason that ladies, they really don't like, not all ladies I'm talking about here, aged. So it would be risky point. That is the reason she doesn't like. Okay, if it is one or two, that we can bear, but not the collection of animals and birds. So that is the reason grandmother really don't like to, she doesn't like to have pet animals at home. Yeah. Next. Yeah, now this is very interesting from the textbook. Now, could you please see this? Pick out synonyms for the following from the passage. Pick out synonyms for the following from the passage. I read the words: four-legged, home, victorious, shine. Four-legged synonyms. So, do you understand now? Let me, yeah. What is a four-legged here? We mean, yeah, an animal. But do we have the same word in the textbook? That we need to check. That means we have to read it again. Fine, I come to that point later. Next is home. Another, yeah, we have a cage, but that is not appropriate word here. The animals are kept in a cage. But okay, let us find out another word too from the text. So victorious and shine. So four words. See, only four words. It's a very simple lesson of 1.5 page. So it is easy to identify and search the words. I read for you for four-legged. That means in the description of the animals. Okay. Maybe at the Jew point, or maybe talking about Toto would be giving this word. Let me, yeah, I just read. You have to pick it up. Yeah. In vain did grandfather take Toto out of the bag. In vain did he try to prove that a monkey did not qualify as a dog or even as a quadruped. 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 Quadruped means four-legged. Understanding? Quadruped means four-legged. Let me write the spelling for you. I just write it for you. Please, just a moment. Quadruped. Quadruped means four leg. Quadra. Four. Okay. So in this way we can understand this term. So how it is interesting. How it, yeah, yes. Four-legged means quadruped. Quadruped. Yeah. I just type the word. Quadruped. Quadruped means four-legged. So that was a situation when grandfather was trying to trying to hide monkey, and he was paid. He paid the amount. He paid the yeah ticket fee to the ticket collector as if it was a dog. Okay, yeah, fine. Next we have home. Home. Yeah, we know that all the animals kept in a cage, but cage it's not a appropriate word. Let us go with another one. When Toto was packed in a canvas bag, so that has become something. I mean, new home. So, what is the word they have used here? Let me tell. Fine. Yeah. So, yeah, I just show you one occasionally. Yeah. Unfortunately, I could not accompany grandfather on the trip, but he told me about it afterwards. A big black canvas kit bag was provided for Toto. This, with some straw at the bottom, became his new abode. 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 Abode means new home. Just a home. Just like a shelter. Okay. So, now these are the synonym for the word. First one is four-legged quadruped. Abode is for home. Okay. Next we have victorious in the book. Victorious in the book. Victorious. Okay. Yeah, this is from the text, and let me give you another word from the textbook synonym. Triumphant. Triumphant. When it comes like this. Yeah, this is also with the same ticket collector. Mm, the poor man was taken aback, but with great presence of mind and much to grandfather's annoyance, he said, "Sir, you have a dog with you. You will have to pay for it accordingly." In vain did grandfather take Toto out of the bag. In vain did he try to prove that a monkey did not qualify as a dog, or even as a quadruped. Toto was classified as a dog by the ticket collector, and 3 rupees was some handed over as his fare. Then grandfather, just to get his own bag, took from his pocket out a tortoise and said, "What must I pay for this, since you charge for all animals?" The ticket collector looked closely at the tortoise, prodded it with his forefinger, gave grandfather a pleased and triumphant look, and said, "No charge, it is not a dog." Triumphant means here, yeah, I just show you. Triumphant, it is a synonym for the victorious. Okay, triumphant is a synonym. Fine. Here, as if victory, oh, nothing. I mean, because for one thing he charged, okay, thinking that it has a dog, but grandfather produced another animal. That means, so my checking is very serious, very sincere, I'm honest. So that is the reason he feels himself proud, triumphant, victorious. I am successful to check the passengers strictly and seriously. Next, we have the word shine. What is the word shine here? Yeah, this comes in the first description of our Toto. Bright. Okay, bright. I just tell you. Yeah, in the beginning description of the Toto, we can see bright. Yeah, Toto was a pretty monkey. His bright eyes sparkled with mischief beneath deep, deep set eyebrows. So, no, bright, sparkle, shine, all these come under the same synonyms. Okay, bright, shine, and sparkle. Merpu. Okay, shine. It's a sparkle. Bright and sparkle. Sparkle. Okay, shine, bright, sparkle. Okay, so in this way, see how we are getting new words, how we can use them in our victorious. That man yelled with victory, that means he shouted victory, that he got victory. He won the match, successful. Okay, so in this way we have to check the meanings and words and practice. So reading is not simply reading. We have to go through just like a research oriented. We have to read it as research oriented. And our reading, when you open your mouth and do a loud reading, it helps you to tune your tone well. When you speak, it helps you, and we don't get a kind of disturbance and interference when we are talking to some people. We need not to think about the words. It comes with a flow. We spontaneously we can speak and read, and we can converse without any fear. Okay, so that is the reason reading, loud reading is really important. Okay, fine, all of you please do concentrate how we are doing. So not only these four words like four-legged, home, victorious, shine, we can see another word, prodded, prodded, prodded. Yeah, let me type it for you. Prodded, that means, I said, numeradum. Whenever we take a pet animal, what do we do? Even not only pet animal, but children, kids, what do we do? On their hair, on the head of the head, part of the head, what do we do? We just make a movement with our palm. Okay, చేత్తో ఇలా మనం నివరడం అంటాం. Okay, so prodded, another word. Okay, what else new words you could think about from this? Determined. So see, determined, that means strongly decided. Determined, strongly decided. Okay, very serious in his attitude, determined on finishing every grain. Determined on finishing every grain here, that means that Toto wanted to complete the dish, entire pulao, without leaving a single grain. ఒక్క మెతుకు కూడా ఉంచకుండా it wanted to clean the bowl by eating. Okay, fine. Frequent, another word, frequent, that means continuous. You are absent to the class frequently. Why do you absent for the class frequently? Frequent, that means continuous. Frequent means continuous. Okay, so these are the benefits that we have. Okay, let me go with what else we have. Pearly white, yesterday we discussed those words. Pearly white, bright eyes, shining. What else? Yeah, displayed means exhibited, shown. Frightened, that means scared, fried. Okay, don't frighten me with your bad looks. Okay, don't frighten me with your bad looks. Okay, fine. Next, provide one word substitutes for the following. Yeah, I just go with another bit. Provide one word substitutes for the following: a collection of animals or birds kept in a cage or enclosure. Yeah, another word, a collection of animals or birds kept in a cage or enclosure. So what do we call it? Is a zoo. Okay, a collection of animals, large collection of animals and birds can be seen in a zoo. So what is the one word substitute to this? Zoo. Okay, zoo. Okay, zoo park. I think that is very famous in our Telangana. Jawaharlal Nehru National Zoo Park. Okay, it is located in Rajendra Nagar. Yeah, fine. Go along with. Next, another word for go along with. Accompany. Accompany means I could not accompany grandfather. This boy used to go to Dehradun with grandfather, but this time he couldn't. I could not accompany, and toduga veladam, go along with somebody, go along with someone. Okay, would you like to accompany me to the village? Would you like to accompany me to the market? So like this we can ask a question. Okay, accompany means yeah, go along with. So here we have only two one word substitutes: a collection of animals or birds kept in a cage or enclosure. Enclosure, another word here, enclosure, that means which has a closing, just like rooms have a door, a home has a door, a house has a door. Enclosure means which we can keep them inside and we can lock the door. So that is enclosing, enclosing or including in this way. Enclosure means we have to include the things inside, we can keep them inside and do it. Okay, fine. So how we can improve our vocabulary? Through reading. So reading is for enjoyment and reading is for entertainment. At the same time, reading is for edutainment too. Education is the important tool, and that is the only weapon we have to survive in our society. So all of you, if you want to go for if you want to build your future with strong base, with a strong determination, you should have your communication skills too. And this is the world where we have to communicate, where we have to ask, we have create our opportunities. So that is the intention all of us should possess, and do things accordingly. So it helps us really to do well in our life. Okay, yeah, here I give you two topics for a general discussion, completely a fair and general discussion. Should animals be kept in zoos? Should animals be kept in zoos? Yes. Do we really need them to put? So it's just like a group discussion or a debate you can go for. Next, what should be done to protect wild species of animals from becoming extinct? So we have that there is a scarcity. Scarcity. Another word I just give you. Scarcity. That means lack. Lack of something. Lack of something ante lack of something. Scarcity. That means yeah, lack of something. That means it's not available, they are not available. So nowadays we listen to the news and we read in the newspaper that tigers are yeah, becoming low, their number of tigers is getting low, you know. Other animals, even the sparrows, you know, have you heard of sparrows? We generally used to see them, but nowadays the number of sparrows is decreasing, their strength is decreasing. Why? Because of this pollution, radiation and deforestation. All these come under the reasons, you know, valid, very effective reasons that human beings do. And we are really harming, we harm the birds and animals. So that is the reason they are extinct. That means less in number. So that is the reason we can discuss what should be done to protect wild species of animals from becoming extinct. So that number, even we can see, we can observe snakes in our lands. Why? Because we are digging, we are deforesting the places and we are constructing buildings, we are going to their habitat and we are disturbing them. That is the reason we can see them outside, you know. So that is it's really a very big example. But anyhow, you have to see, think and do work on. So this really helps you to think about your thinking power increases. But do think in English, do think for your English words, do think and write. Always whenever you want to participate in a debate or a speech, it is always better to have source first. You should have some material, you should read, then you can generate your own ideas. First step is to read, second is to generate ideas of your own. You have to keep them on a paper, whatever the ideas, whatever the thoughts, whatever the opinions that you make, you should write on a paper. Then after writing, you can go for a second writing, you know, the rewriting of the same paragraph for a better result. Then you have to read, read it again. Yeah, you have to read the own passage which you have prepared. Read it 2 times or 3 times, then speak in your expressions. With your expressions you have to speak. So these steps should be involved. So it gives you reading, writing and thinking practice. And when you write a paragraph and when you rewrite it for second time, you can substitute the words which are used commonly, could be replaced by the words which you learnt newly recently. Okay, for example, it was a happy occasion. I wanted to say that it was a happy occasion. Instead of saying the happy, because we know happy birthday, we wish happy anniversary, so like this. Yeah, instead of saying happy, it was a pleasant occasion, it was a great occasion, it was a wonderful occasion, so you can substitute with other words. In this way we can learn, implement and do practice well for our career, especially for communication in communicative English. Do improve your communication skills happily, and by educating yourself and help each other, and sit with somebody and speak, read and write and listen. So these are the LSRW things to be followed strictly and seriously. Okay, fine. Thank you. Let us wind up here today. And all of you, I think I shared the adventures of Toto. So the remaining part would be shared today. So all of you go through the lesson and read it well. Okay. So for today we just wind up with our adventures of Toto. Yeah, the adventures of Toto, very interesting, and we'll move on to the next topic in the next class. Thank you all. Bye bye.